Hey, what's up, guys? Obviously, on my channel, I just do anything that I want to do. A lot of the times, I just see things that I think are kind of ignorant, stupid, whatever. Just things I don't agree with in the gaming community on YouTube. And I just try to make something entertaining, funny, that has a message that hopefully people can understand. A lot of times, though, definitely on the older channel, the message got lost. Because you have this level of outlandish anger mixed with sarcasm that people enjoyed. I mean, clearly, I had an audience. Clearly, I've got people coming back to me and finding me. You know, I'd stand in front of my TV and say, let's continue. But that whole level of anger mixed with, I would call sarcastic comedy. Yes, me being a prick, but a truthful prick. Was me making fun of what I saw as a grown man in the YouTube gaming community, which is a bunch of grown men losing their mind that nobody keeps in check over misinformation that's constantly given out in regards to all kinds of topical information, but usually video games. So Polygon ran an article and Kotaku ran an article in regards to EA and developers feeling harassed. And I would say go look it up. I'm not going to regurgitate you too much of that. I kind of wrote down a little bit, which is developers are feeling the anger of YouTubers. And that's the Polygon title, I think. I think it's developers are feeling the anger of YouTube. And I wrote down, critics on YouTube have been loudly criticizing video game publishers for predatory monetization tactics like loot boxes and microtransaction. And this was written down on Polygon. But I wrote this down. And I added a part from Kotaku. And, you know, put a few of my words on it. Stoking anger and adding to a toxicity problem and being predatory over video game drama themselves. That's what I added onto it because I find it funny. I've been making fun of that for years on my older channel. It's kind of what I make fun of still now, just not as much. A lot of people seem to think, oh, you're concentrating too much on one person, but I think those are young kids that still don't understand the point. First off, I don't want to watch a lot of people on YouTube because I can't stand a lot of people. In regards to the gaming community, all the misinformation that's out there. I mean, literally, if I did have a Patreon, I'm pretty sure somebody can employ me to do this as a full-time job in regards to these ridiculous videos that I make. And a lot of times I do mention ReviewTechUSA. Obviously I have since I came back to YouTube because it was just kind of an end of the year thing. It was, I don't give a damn what happens anymore. I had over 1,400 videos and they all got wiped out. And so I think it's funny that here's an article where Kotaku's talking about developers are feeling the anger of YouTube in regards to critics on YouTube having been loudly criticizing video game publishers for predatory monetization tactics like loot boxes and microtransactions, which is fine. Sometimes, yes, the gaming community does need to speak out on something they believe in. I completely understand that. And there are honest YouTubers that do it. But you see the same wash and repeat process from the same YouTubers in regards to fake drama outrage, right? Oh, it's trending. People are outraged about this. I got to get outraged about that. And I just made a video in regards to that, in regards to Metal Gear Survive, in regards to Alpha Omega Sin, who used to be very prominent, and he would always come out in regards to whatever kind of outrage there was, and he would make that outrage. And then Rich would make the exact same outrage, and you don't know who made the video first, who's copying who. And then you would see multiple people making the same ridiculous videos in regards to outrage over a video game that they've never played yet, and a trailer that shows no gameplay. And I made that video just recently. Because, of course, now there's a beta out. You don't see as much outrage because that's not the popular thing. It's not trendy. And clearly, these YouTubers do this because it's good for business. And that has obviously always been kind of the undertone of me being a comedic jackass, prick, whatever you'd like to call me. So when ReviewTechUSA called me out over Xbox One S, it wasn't because he thought I was a complete ass. Okay, I'm sure that helped. But let's be honest, guys. He called me out because I was truthful. So I decided with my new channel, hell, I'll just be more truthful. And if you don't add all the theatrics to it, obviously a lot more people are going to be, how do I say this? A lot more people are going to be more easily open-eyed to your message. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because immediately, somebody that can't understand that your anger is sarcasm and comedic is naturally going to get upset, right? But that's me making fun of all this. And so I see this article, and I was just waiting for somebody to talk about this article, but I'm thinking, well, why is the gaming community going to talk about this article? Now, there may be people talking about it, but it's not trending enough to where I've seen it, okay? And like I said, I try not to watch too many people in regards to the gaming community because I hate the constant misinformation that's put out there. Now, in that article, Polygon cites Kotaku, and then they're talking about how it appears to be having an effect on developers themselves. So I say go check out this article. I'm not going to regurgitate that. I just wanted to put some talking points down. But YouTubers do spread misinformation, inflammatory rhetoric, right? And a lot of the times, it's about video games, video game companies. You had Rich from ReviewTechUSA telling you that Nintendo was in cahoots with Walmart, or Walmart was in cahoots with Nintendo. And even though he was wrong, and even though I called him out on it, he never bothered to remove the video. Because the bottom line is, that's business. That's revenue. And me personally, I would think that if you had any self-respect, you would have removed that video. If you honestly gave a shit about your content and your content just wasn't about business, right? You would remove that kind of content. And I just think it's really odd. And I hate to keep bringing this person up, guys, but it's a great example. I think it's really odd. And I wrote YouTubers because I wasn't gonna say Rich. I wasn't gonna say ReviewTechUSA. But I think it's really odd that ReviewTechUSA says he despises the outrage culture and talks about it ruining someone's life by hearsay and the court of public opinion. And I just think to myself, that hypocrisy is amazing. Because this is not only what Rich does towards video games and video game companies, it's what a lot of YouTube gamers do. And I've constantly said this. You are pissing and shitting on your own hobby. And you do not understand the long-term effects of it. And nor do these YouTubers that actually make revenue from this drama merchant bullshit care. because in the long run, it's lining their fucking pockets. The same guy that says he is upset about the outrage culture has been part of the outrage culture. Once again, I have been outrageous on my channel, and I have been outrageous as some sort of bizarre parody, right? As trying to... That's my personality. That's the way I try to make stuff entertaining for others that see the same shit I see on YouTube. And Rich got outraged over Kevin Spacey. Just lost his mind. So much so, he called the guy a rapist. Then loses his mind about Kathy Griffin. And I made that video where then he turns around and says he doesn't want to live in a world in regards to that outrage culture. And then here he is again in a brand new video. And I gotta play you some audio, guys.
I'm tired of living in this era that we're going through right now, where anyone is not completely perfect all the time. We feel this need to destroy them. Because until you walk on water yourself, you need to shut your goddamn mouth. What the fuck does your sexual preference have to do with you being a sexual predator that almost raped a 14-year-old? Not only are you a rapist, you're a fucking pedophile. Why did you come out of the closet talking about Anthony Rapp, who accused you of being an attempted rapist back in the 80s? What does you being gay have to replicate head of the President of the United States? With nothing else behind it. You did it for shock value, and it backfired on you. If you were a guy and did the same thing, it would have had the same fucking reaction, and you would be just as blacklisted. It had nothing to do with the fact that you have a vagina, you simpleton fucking idiot. And here's... I'm tired of living in this era that we're going through right now, where anyone is not completely perfect all the time. We feel this need to destroy them, because...
Now guys, I'm not retreading over that audio just to retread over that audio. Both of those videos were from November. And then at the beginning of this year, just a little while ago, that audio, he tells everyone to shut their goddamn mouth. Yet here's a guy that went after PewDiePie, deleted the PewDiePie video, and remade apology video. Leafy is here, Keemstar, yada 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 yada. The list goes on and on and on. Then he just recently drops this video. Now here we are, brand new video. 30 seconds in.
And we have a really interesting topic about something that I despise, and that is outrage culture. We live in an era now where you can ruin someone's life by hearsay, and the court of public opinion, in some cases, if not a lot of cases, has more power than the court of law.
Guys, I'm really sorry for the audio issues. I don't know if the speakers were unplugged or if they came unplugged during the beginning of this video. So I'm going to play this audio piece again right here. And this is just recent from a newer video.
That I despise, and that is outrage culture. We live in an era now where you can ruin someone's life by hearsay, and the court of public opinion, in some cases, if not a lot of cases, has more power than the court of law. And that is very disturbing to me, and we have another victim.
Now, here's what's disturbing to me. He can be an asshole on YouTube in regards to Kevin Spacey. He can be an asshole on YouTube in regards to Kathy Griffin. He can be an asshole in regards to Keemstar. He can be an asshole in regards to PewDiePie is here. Oops, that didn't work right. Let me delete the video and then tell everybody, I was tricked. I was tricked. It was all fake news media. I was tricked. I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. And he can be an asshole in regards to Leafy is here. But somehow, I cannot be a comedic prick, asshole, whatever word you would like to use negatively to describe me. Here is someone that has constantly profited off of drama and clickbait. Here's a guy that told you EA was in a world of shit, when EA was not in a world of shit. He tried to tell you that they were financially crippled because of Star Wars, and that just was not true. He just recently uploaded a video in regards to GameStop having a death blow because Xbox One Pass now has AAA games. The video was 8 minutes. He spent a minute on that. So it really wasn't a GameStop video. GameStop was used for clickbait. He just got done telling you that Toys R Us is crippled because kids are playing with smartphones and iPads and didn't spend 5 fucking minutes to look up the sales of toys for 2016 and 17. This is someone who habitually does this and who is constantly hypocritical. And I honestly shake my head and cannot understand it. For all the children that are watching this video, I am just using Rich as an example, kids. For all the people that have alliances towards their favorite YouTuber, I am just using this guy as an example because it's an easy example to go to. And it blows my mind that here he is now, saying this on January 22nd, 2018, when he just said the same thing a couple of videos ago, and yet he doesn't remember the tail end of last year. He's talking about people their lives being screwed up by the court of public opinion. Yet he has an opinion on everyone for YouTube revenue. But as soon as I had an opinion that was not positive and that did not put Rich in a positive light, that's when he made an outlandish video. That's when I was infiltrated. And I'm not trying to retread on the same stuff I have discussed before, guys. But this is what I was constantly talking about in my jackass comedic videos. However you want to look at me on YouTube. Look at me as an ass. However you want to describe me. This is what I was getting at consistently, which is people on YouTube, YouTubers loudly criticizing because it's profitable. And it's clearly having an effect on our hobby. Not necessarily in a positive manner where EA removes loot boxes from Star Wars, but also in a negative manner. And at the end of the day, these people do not care. And then turn around and are as hypocritical as Rich is from ReviewTechUSA. He is allowed to have an opinion about everyone and everything. But God forbid I did it in regards to a fucking Xbox One S. Whether or not it was a refresh or a fucking upgrade. Come on. And he put his shirt on backwards and he lost his fucking mind for 30 minutes. And you have guys on YouTube that think Nintendo is trying to sell people cardboard. $70 worth of cardboard when it's $60 worth of cardboard and it's $60 worth of software and $10 worth of cardboard. And they can have an opinion about everybody being a fucking idiot for buying cardboard. Yet somehow, when that same person leaves a derogatory statement underneath my YouTube video, I cannot turn that into something comedic for anybody else in the gaming community to enjoy that stupidity that was left in my comment section. Because plain and simple, when I see a father bitching about creativity, I see stupidity. And I should be able to have an opinion on YouTube. When you have hundreds of people trying to make a buck off of drama merchant bullshit in the gaming community, where it is a negative, I should be able to point out those negatives in a positive manner, trying to seem negative in a comedic manner, for people to enjoy my content. Because clearly, there is an audience for my content. With these last few videos that I have made, has shown me that there is an audience on YouTube that enjoys video games as much as me, and is tired of grown men in the goddamn gaming community pimping out everything in regards to gaming. You have a bunch of hypocritical goddamn pimps in the video game community. Plain and fucking simple. And they don't even give a shit. They don't even give a shit when they're liable towards a big business in regards to saying Walmart is in cahoots with Nintendo, that they don't even take the video down when they then address me in a video because I called them out on it. And yet you have idiots in the gaming community that think I do what I do for free and waste my fucking time and my life writing shit down, adding jokes, and trying to be comedic, but with a message. Because I am a grown goddamn man that sees a bunch of fucking stupidity with other grown goddamn men in the gaming community and thought, how can I make fun of this and make it a positive for someone else and a positive for me at the same time? Because I'll tell you what, yesterday when I made that video on Rich, I was tired as shit. I worked 8 hours. I had to deal with the tax office for 3 hours. I was in a piss mood because we couldn't get my girlfriend's taxes done because my work has their issues, but we were able to get my taxes done, and it was just a shit day. And somebody sent me Rich's video. And I thought, how fucking stupid is this 4-minute and 39-second video where Rich tells you that Toys R Us is dying because of kids with iPads and smartphones, and he doesn't bother. This is a YouTuber that gets paid and has Patreon, and he doesn't bother to do a lick of fucking research in regards to factual fucking information. And you have people tripping over Rich's dick and swinging off his fucking titties to defend this man in my comment section over his constant fucking hypocrisy, which amazes me. And clearly, those are just children. Hopefully, they are not other ignorant grown men. And so I see this and I say, I want to have my own original content. And then you have a guy like this that tries to tell me, since I joke about people regurgitating video game articles, that somehow I am a regurgitator of regurgitators. And then proceeds to throw out some half-ass analogy of Stephen Colbert, even though Stephen Colbert holds Donald Trump accountable. And somebody in my comment section realized, look, this guy is being funny and holding this other guy accountable for his hypocrisy, or the fact that he has no factual information. He's telling you basically, oh no, it's the end of the world. GameStop's going to close because of digital downloads, and it's all because of Xbox Pass. Clickbait. Does GameStop have problems? Sure. Do they need to switch shit around? Sure. Is it because of digital downloads? Partially, but that's not the whole deal. Is Toys R Us in trouble? Sure. Have smartphones and iPads played a big part in that? No. Mismanagement. People need to move on and change with big box retailers and brick and mortar. You have Amazon wanting to buy Target this year in 2018. And Target sold less toys than Amazon. And Toys R Us did fantastic with toys, even though their financials suck. And here is an article, 2 articles, Polygon's article, basically Polygon's article kind of regurgitating Kotaku's article. And I don't enjoy talking to people about video games. How often do you see me talk about fucking toys? Now, I might open up a toy on my channel and try to make a fun video on it. And the way I would like to talk about video games is the constant effing stupidity I see as a grown man in the gaming community. This beanie is too hot for an epileptic. Good God. Yeah, that's my hair. And I'm sure I give Rich plenty of, he's getting subscribers off me. At the end of the day, he doesn't care. I mean, he doesn't. But when it's truthful, he does care. And that's why those videos were made to begin with. But you got a guy saying he can't stand the outrage culture and the court of public opinion. Yet, he's been part of that for years. And it just I can't wrap my head around it. That's like some guy telling you, he's cursing ribeye in November. And then now in January, he's eating ribeye and telling you how fantastic it is. And you're like, but you didn't like the ribeye in November. And then in January, he's like, taste buds change. I'm a truthful individual. And I guess that's going to cause me problems because I give out factual information. And what people seem to want on YouTube is just flat out fucking stupidity. Everybody's making a video about the same goddamn thing. Why isn't he making a video about the same goddamn thing? Why can't I be different in regards to how I want to make a video? If this guy gives you information that's not factual, why can't I be the guy that gives you information that's factual and be a prick about it? And maybe a funny prick while I'm at it. And I enjoy video games. So I just get tired of seeing grown men constantly piss on our hobby. Idiots bickering back and forth on fucking Twitter that are grown men about video games. Bitching back and forth on fucking podcasts about video games. It's video games, guys. You think my toys on the wall are fucking silly? You look fucking silly bickering back and forth like old fucking women over video games. But hey, that's the profitable thing to do on YouTube. And clearly EA has felt the effects of that. Not that EA's a saint, mind you, so I'm not sticking up for EA. But there are people that work for these fucking companies. There are people that do depend on these fucking jobs. That's it. Take care, guys. Y'all have a great day.